Number 25, which of the following expressions is equivalent to sine of 24 times cosine of 66 plus cosine of 24 times sine of 66? If you want to solve this on your calculator, you would have to input all this, be very careful to do it accurately, get a result, and then input each of these separately and see which of the results that you get matches what you got when you did that math. I think there's a better way to do it. That is definitely a viable way. It's not wrong. You absolutely can do it that way if you'd like. When I looked at this, what struck me is I'm like, okay, that seems like an awful lot. There's got to be a shortcut. There's got to be a way to do it where I don't have to do all this. 24 plus 66, and those are the two numbers were being used in both of these little parts of this equation, of this sum, I should say. If you add those together, you get 90. So these are two angles in the same triangle, the same right triangle. It's going to be kind of like that, maybe. Okay, so there's my 24, and there's my 66, and there's my right angle. Okay. Let's call this X, Y, and Z. So what's going to happen when I put X, Y, and Z into this over here? So, okay, sine of 24 times cosine of 66. That's the first one. Okay, so the sine of 24. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it would be Y, that's the opposite, over the hypotenuse Z. So Y over Z. What is the cosine of 66? Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So Y over Z. All right, so they are equivalent. Sine of 24 and cosine of 66 are the same thing. They are the same. Sine of 24 is the same thing as cosine of 66. And I've got a sneaky suspicion the same thing's going to happen over here. But let's just be careful. Let's do what we're asked to do just to be sure. We don't want to assume something and get it wrong. Cosine of 24 times sine of 66. That's the second part of this. Cosine of 24. 24, this is the adjacent, this is the hypotenuse, so it would be X over Z. Sine of 66 is the opposite over the hypotenuse, so again, X over Z. Sure enough, cosine of 24 and sine of 66 are the same thing. So look at our options here. 2 times the cosine of 66 times the sine of 24. That doesn't look right, because this right here, sine of 24 and cosine of 66 are the same thing, but it's not the same thing as cosine of 24. You know, these two groups are not equal to each other. They are not. So when these are being added, I'm not adding the same thing twice. So no, that is not, A is not an option. Number 2, 2 times the cosine of 66 plus 2 times the cosine of 24. Well, sine of 24 and cosine of 66 are the same thing. So I could put cosine of 66 in here for sine of 24. But is that 2 times the cosine of 66? No, this is the cosine of 66 times itself. So that would be cosine of 66 squared. Okay, so now we're looking at C and D, cosine of 66 squared. That looks right, but what about the second part? Cosine of 24 times sine of 66. These are the same, so we could change either one. I can change this to be cosine of 24, or I could change cosine of 24 to be sine of 66. But because both of these are using 24, I'm going to go for the cosine of 24. And now I have cosine of 24 times cosine of 24 is cosine of 24 squared. It is C. So again, this is all going to be about if when you look at these and you realize, wait a minute, 24 and 66, okay, that's the sneaky thing that's going on. They're in the same triangle. Now, I did all this to show you, why this is true. But this is one of those things that's a good to know, just for your math class, it's good to know, is that if you have a right triangle, The sine of one angle is always equal to the cosine of the other angle. We're not talking about the right angle. We're talking about the two non-right angles. The sine of one is equal to the cosine of the other, and vice versa, every single time if they're in the same triangle. And this is why. Because for like the cosine of this one is cosine of 66 is adjacent over hypotenuse, and the sine of 24 is opposite over hypotenuse. So as soon as you see that they're 90, you're like, wait a minute, I got some things that are the same. This is one of those facts that doesn't come up that often, but if it does come up, it's going to be in these upper level, higher number. When I say upper level, I mean like the number 25, 26, 27, those numbers on the test. So if you're really, aiming for like, I want to get the big scores on this, it's a good thing to know. Good thing. Doesn't show up on every test, but when it does, it's make it or break it. Hey guys, the full insanely comprehensive SAT math prep course I've been promising for so long is live right now at mathwithalyssa.com. And of course, you can also still get the free 10 video course on SAT tips and tricks at mathwithalyssa.com as well. You also can now book one-on-one tutoring sessions with me. Links to how you can do that are in the description and the pinned comment below. And as always, if the video you just watched was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.